Hello, this is Matthew First, an instructor here at the Computer Workshop, and in today's video, I'm going to answer a question that I get from a lot of JavaScript students. What is hoisting? Well, what hoisting is the default behavior of JavaScript to move declarations of variables to the top of the scope. So when we look at variables in most programming languages, it's a two-step process. First thing that we're going to do is in line 15 here is we go out and declare the variable. So in JavaScript, we can use the var keyword space the name of my variable. In this case, it's going to be X. To initialize the variable, which is the second step, we're just going to use the variable name and set it equal to a value. So as you can see here in the output HTML, my variable has a value of 5 when printed to the screen. What hoisting does is it means that you can actually use a variable before it's declared. So in my hoisting 2 example here, I've got the initialization of the variable occurring before the declaration. In most programming languages, this is illegal, but since JavaScript is an interpreted language, it goes in and it does this hoisting where I can actually use the variable before it's declared, but because of hoisting, the var x is actually moved above the initialization. So this works perfectly fine. So if I switch over here to the HTML page, I'm getting exactly the same thing that I got before, even though I'm declaring the variable after initializing it, which, again, most other programming languages won't let you do that. JavaScript, the way that it interprets the code, does this hoisting where the declarations get moved to the top. Okay, there are some exceptions to that, though. If you use the let keyword or you create a constant, lets and constants are not hoisted. So in this example, instead of using the var keyword to declare my variable, I'm using the let keyword to declare my variable. I'm then going to initialize it. Again, it's out of order. In this case, when I try and load the web page, what you're going to see here is I'm getting an uncaught reference error that I cannot access a variable before it's initialized. So what's happening here is with the let keyword, this does what most programming languages do, is you've got to declare the variable before you can initialize it. We're getting an error message. So in this case, if you want to prevent the hoisting to happen, we can use either let or the constant keyword in JavaScript to go out and prevent the hoisting. One other nuance about hoisting is when you go out and you do the initialization of a variable, so you can declare and initialize a variable all in one step. If you do that, they are not also hoisted. So in this example here, I've got my variable declaration of x, setting it equal to 5 all in one step. But here I'm trying to use the variable in step 17. Well, when I go to load that page, I'm not getting an error message. I'm getting a variable undefined. So if you go out and you initialize the variable as you declare it all in one step, it will not be hoisted with JavaScript. In general, best practices always declare your variables at the top of your block, like you would do in any other programming languages. So best practice, so that you don't have to worry, is something being hoisted or something not being hoisted, is declare your variables at the top of the block. The other recommendation is to use the let keyword when you go out and declare variables. This will help you match scoping that if you do program in other programming languages, it will make JavaScript act more like those other languages, and you don't have to worry about this concept of hoisting. So again, hoisting is that default behavior of moving declarations to the top of the block. And one of the things that it allows you to do is we can now access a variable or use the variable before we actually declare it. In general, best practice, declare your variable, then initialize it. Well, I hope this video was helpful, gets you the concept of what hoisting is in JavaScript. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video below, and check out some of the other videos that we do have out here on YouTube. Thank you.